Hey guys, and welcome to today's video, where today I'll be feeding my geckos in the dark. And that's why we have this camera here. This is my night vision camera, and we will capture it all. And there's a very good reason why I'm going to be feeding them in the dark, and we'll get to that in a moment. But first I wanted to let you know that I actually have new merch, and I've gone for a completely different vibe. I kind of wanted sort of an 80s vibe. Some people say it's 90s. I kind of think it's 80s. But basically, we have the blue text design, and then we sort of have the neon design. You can get these on tops, hoodies, stickers, posters, whatever you're looking for, we have it probably. So that's over on Teespring, and of course if you want to support this channel and get something in return, that is a great way of doing it. And if you're looking to buy something like this as a gift, I would recommend doing it sooner rather than later, as Teespring delivery can be a little bit lengthy. But yes, I'm super excited to show this off to you guys. I've been working on it for quite a while now, and I'm really happy with how it's turned out. But back to this, the reason I wanted to film in the dark is because I have leopard geckos, a crested gecko, a chihuahua. They're all crepuscular, they all are adapted to hunt in low light, so their vision is far better when it's darker. And what I've found personally is when I film these videos, I need a bit of light to actually capture it well, but usually they don't get that much light when they're hunting normally when I feed them, and their hunting skills are far better than what you've seen in some of the feeding videos. So this is how we're basically filming. Luckily this camera actually fixes to a tripod, so this is going to be the main camera we're using. Diego is in his somewhere. Wow. One thing I will say is I have noticed that all the geckos have been spending a lot more time in their cold side, so they're slowing down a lot, and I'm wondering if that's going to affect their appetite, but we shall see. But first we're going to look at Diego and give him crickets. So basically we started off with Diego, and I was filming, but unfortunately it didn't really go to plan. I added in 6 crickets and he literally showed no interest. He just hid in his warm hide. Then he came out into his cold hide, and I thought, okay, I'm going to try a waxworm. And it was like the longest hunt ever for one waxworm. So maybe complete darkness isn't the best for him. Maybe he does need a little low light. Next we have Gizmo, and right now I can't even see her. She is deep in her cave. However, I've just put in a waxworm because she hasn't been too interested in crickets, and I think she's approaching it from what I can kind of see. Now Gizmo was the first gecko to start going into a cold hide this year. Interestingly, out of all my females, she's gained the least weight since spring and summer. So really I do want her to eat, and if it means having to give her a waxworm or two, fair enough. But there she goes, she's just had that one. So next we have Drogo. You may be able to see him, he's just up in this corner. And I'm going to be tongue feeding him crickets. And he loves his feeder insects. Now I'm going to be shaking it because I think he needs that to really get him interested. Did he just use his hand? Oh, we've lost a cricket. I just found a waxworm in my dust. I must have put it in for Gizmo. Let's see if he'll go for that. Now, similar to the crested gecko, Chihuahuas, they're a little more animated when hunting insects. However, they do that thing where they're looking for a while and then they suddenly strike, so it can get you a little off guard. I'm going to try to find those 2 crickets I lost and offer him one more. This is going to sound harsh, but I just had to pop the cricket's head off because I figured he might react more to sort of the inside of the cricket, if he can sort of taste that. Nope. There's been so much footage I've had to cut down just because my geckos are not hunting like normal, and I don't know if it's because it's darker, I don't know if the infrared from the camera makes a difference, but they are definitely not on their A game today. So since the geckos are being a little picky with food, I will just offer them waxworms. However, oh, Ziggy is pretty hyper, so maybe she'll like some crickets. No, Zig, come back in, come back in, come back in. Zig is well in tune with her hunger, and well, she's not even like hungry. This girl could just eat so much, and I can relate to that on so many levels. But okay, I'll get you some crickets, okay? Okay. Oh no, that's my finger. Okay, get back. No, okay, back. Right, here we go. Zig. Now, unfortunately for Zig, she is so light and she's near the front of the camera that you can't see much detail in her face. I'm just trying to get another cricket for her. This is difficult. Try to tongue feed in the dark. Oh! There you go. Oh, that splattered in my eye. Oh my god. I'm literally behind a camera. I'm about, I'd say, 2 foot away from her maybe, and that cricket exploded. Next we have Minnie, and this footage may be a bit shaky because I have to hold the tripod myself. There's just not enough room to put it out. Minnie is currently in her water dish. Yes. Now I don't know if her and Ziggy's feeding response is different, because you may know Ziggy and Minnie have the deep heat projector, Gizmo and Diego have a heat mat, so that might be altering how they hunt, how much energy they have. But I'm going to get Minnie some more crickets, as she seems to like them. Finally, we have Lyra. Now this will be interesting because she will sometimes go for crickets, she sometimes doesn't. And right now she looks very asleep, she doesn't look particularly active. So we're going to try crickets, but I can't guarantee she is going to eat them. Lyra. She's like, no, I'm trying to sleep. So, that wasn't overly successful. I think there's a number of reasons why. Firstly, they are starting to slow down. They are starting to eat less. If you haven't seen my video on like season to season, month to month, what a gecko does, how their behaviour changes, particularly females, I'd highly recommend checking it out, because these are things you might start to notice in your own geckos. So that was probably poor timing on my part. Another thing is, I'm about 2 hours earlier than I'd usually feed them. So I usually feed them around midnight. It's currently 9:45. I think also there was a lot of faffing going around behind the camera. I have so much footage to go through and cut down. This video would probably be half an hour long or more. Actually, I think I've been doing this for 45 minutes now. So there's a lot to edit. Some of the geckos probably ate 1 cricket or 1 waxworm in the footage. In the end, I just had to take away the camera and give them their food and see, you know, just put them in a normal situation and feed them. I think it's very obvious with my geckos, especially the leopard geckos, that they are more used to my room light being on when I feed them, or just the TV being on, some sort of light and not pitch black. One of the things that kept happening, I kept dropping crickets. Tongue feeding in the dark is not advised. It's very annoying, very difficult. But yeah, this has been interesting. I want to recreate this when they're actually actively eating again, because as I said, poor timing on my part. But I hope you found this video interesting. My personal highlight was Drogo slapping that cricket, and just Ziggy being her hyper self. But yeah, if you haven't already, please subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys, and goodbye.